Today, there's a new Joe to add to the long list of great Joes in history. Joe Namath, Joe Stalin, Joe Millionaire, Joe Piscopo, Joe Mama. And now, there's just good old Joe. Actually, he's something of a superhero. Name, Viewtiful Joe. No, not Beautiful Joe. Viewtiful Joe. Why, you ask? Well, because the people making this game are kind of loony. Not the bad loony, but good loony. You see, Joe is in an action movie, and while he is a pretty good ass kicker for a slacker, he needs some help. Enter an aging superhero who requests that Joe give him a beatdown. The reward, superpowers that make him the action hero, Viewtiful Joe.
Henshin A Go Go, baby!
Complete with inane one-liners.
Who wants up? Well, come and get it.
These superpowers, called visual effects, allow Viewtiful Joe to change time, kind of like that sweeper cat. Blink! But this is a little cooler. The main advantage to slowing down time is that you can dole out a whole lot of punishment and look so damn good while doing it. In addition, it's a little easier to dodge projectile attacks. That looks a little familiar. Even better, if you have timing, you can deflect those projectiles and send them right back to where they came from. But you can't do it incessantly. This is the visual effects meter. It decreases while effects are activated. When it runs out, plain old Joe. But it's not too long before it regenerates again, and pow! Viewtiful Joe. The visual effects are also integral to the game's puzzles. Here, a slot machine thingy falls from the heavens, and you need to slow things down to become a winner. Just like I do in Vegas. Now, all these effects wouldn't add up to much more than a Max Payne ripoff if it wasn't for the thoroughly screwy art direction in this game. I mean, someone bought themselves a six-pack of the Goofy Juice when they came up with this puppy.
Cut!
While the game is eye-popping all round, the real treat are these exaggerated animations. Now, bear in mind, this game judges you on the style of your performance. See? I'm C-Rappy. A game this odd is usually destined to be a hit among enthusiasts, but lost on the average Joe. Kudos, Capcom, for taking the chance to bring it to the States, screwy name intact. Hopefully, you'll make Joe Mama proud when it's released this fall.
Those who still have faith in justice and honor, valor and goodness call out his name.
Henshin A Go Go, baby!
Just when you think the video game creativity tank is running dry, along comes a game like Viewtiful Joe for the GameCube.
What's up? Well, come and get it.
As the game begins, Joe's having a night at the movies with his girl.
Joe, is this your idea of a date movie?
Though he might want to work on his moves.
Go away.
Come on.
Real smooth, Joe.
The heck?
He may not be a hit with the ladies, but when he suddenly gets sucked into the movie, his life is turned upside down. Joe was taken under the wing of Captain Blue, likely the only superhero you'll ever see with a beer gun.
Ready or not, here I come.
After Captain Blue gives sound reasoning for why he can no longer carry on his heroic duties,
I am no longer able to fight because I have been defeated.
Joe takes up the mantle as his alter ego, Viewtiful Joe.
Oh, me?
As you progress through the game, Joe is given time-warping abilities, the first one being slow. This allows him to slow down spinning enemies or dodge bullets. On the flip side, Joe also gets a Mach speed ability that allows him to dish out a flurry of punishment. So sweet! But the best ability by far is the zoom. Using the C-stick, you zoom in on the action. This gives Joe a variety of devastating attacks. The action really gets going when you start combining the three powers together. Now that's beautiful. His special moves are also used to solve some interesting puzzles. Added to the intrigue is a list of special moves that can be purchased between levels. These special moves tend to come in handy in specific situations. Joe only has a limited time to perform his special moves. When the gauge hits rock bottom, it's back to plain old Joe until the meter refills. Just like any good beat-em-up, Viewtiful Joe has some awesome boss fights. But be warned, it's no cakewalk. It's not an extremely long game, but with the intense challenge and 2 difficulty settings, you'll get plenty of play out of this one. The game is just flat out fun, and you'll want to start it all over again once you finish it. Viewtiful Joe gets a beautifully perfect 5 out of 5.
May hero-ness be with you.